ولا فرحان كالظبيل للهلولة حط السلاح حطوم حيلة نضربوا شوفار هاد الليلة.
We start today with Advar Torah. One of the most questions that I had, it's what was the reason that Hashem created the world in 7 days? 6 days, and then Shabbat, Hashem rest. Said, did Hashem need a rest? Did Hashem need a rest? Did Hashem need 6 days to create the world? Hashem, bidvar Hashem shamem na'asu. You know what he did? You know, I was watching a small video of one journalist that he was looking for a small cat for 12 years. That cat, you can find it only in the jungle. And there is no many cats in this race of cats. There is a lot of many of cats. The big cat, small cat, medium cat, domestic cat, animal cat, wild cat. But that cat is very particular and it's not small, it's quite big. 12 years. He went and he know that cat he was seen once, long time ago. And there was a picture of it. Somebody, you know, and that man, he wanted, so can you imagine how much money he spent? 12 years. And when he find, then he used all kind of technology, cameras, you know, and then he find it. You know, I saw the video. You cannot imagine how much he was happy. So they asked him, they told him, what about if you will not find that cat? Will you carry on doing your research? He said, if I have to wait another 12 years, I will wait another 12 years to try to find it. Because I wanted to be the first one to find it. So just imagine, Hashem, he created the whole world on 6 days. Hashem, he could create the whole world in 1 minute. Hashem is no limit. Understand me? Hashem, he is no limit. He is no limit. What we can do in billions of years, he can do it in 1 second. So the question is, why Hashem waited to create the world in 6 days? In few hours. Even 1 day is too much. Even 1 day is too much. Hashem could wait to create, you know, the sun. If he wanted the lab, everything in a few seconds. Why 6 days? I have to tell you this. When we see the parasha of Noah, every year I see the greatness of Hashem. Every year I am amazed with that parasha. When Hashem said to Noah, build a teva, build a boat, a teva. You know, Noah, he was not a technician. He was not a man of tactic. He was not a builder. You know, technology. Do you know the way he created the teva? The chokhmah that he used to build the teva. That teva should be very strong. And how he created all the equipment. I mean, how he did all the equipment. And that moment, you know, it's the people were very primitive. Yeah. So that means Hashem, he gave him wisdom, chokhmah, to create a teva, a boat that he can hold there thousands of, maybe millions of animals, all kinds of animals, beside his family. And he had to stay there 1 year. So he had to take enough food, were reserved for 1 year for lions, for tigers, for all kinds of animals. And he needed as well a place where to throw the rubbish. I mean, can you imagine how smelly it was? The smelling of the teva. I mean, so Noah, you could die with that smell because it was hermetic. The teva was hermetic. No air conditioner, nothing. Just imagine the hot, how hot it was. Can you imagine for 40 days and 40 nights, there was a deluge. There was a hot water of thousands of degrees. So the teva should be a boiling teva. I mean, I don't know. So Noah, he must use some kind of equipment that they be air, that maybe, of course, there were a lot of miracles. But what I am amazed on all this, Hashem said to Noah, hey Noah, I know that there is animals all over the world. There is Australia, there is everywhere. How can they reach the teva? So Hashem, he did that two of every kind of animals, they came in the hour, it's like you do an appointment. At Monday, 2 p.m., everybody should be there. And Monday, 2 p.m., you see animals coming 2 by 2, males and females, and the teva rejected any kind that it was not kosher, that it was not it was not for the like dinosaur or those kind of big animals. Akash Baruch Hu. That's why we believe that all the big cats, the big animals, the dinosaur, all those animals that they couldn't be in the teva. You know why? Because actually he wanted just to show us that look what I can do, but in the future, do you imagine if today we had dinosaurs? The world cannot exist. So that's why Hashem he finished with them. Today they said it was a big meteor that came and killed everybody 50 million years ago. That's not true. That the world is only less than 6,000 years old. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. It's only the Mabul, the hot water during 1 year, and the land. So the land transformed, the land changed. Just take a chicken, chew the bones of a chicken, and boil them for 1 year. Boil them for 1 year, not 1,000, degrees. And then you put the carbon-14, and you test it, you will find that they are very millions of years ago. Well, that's it. But because they don't believe. And the Torah, so unfortunately, they said, well, those dinosaurs, they died 50 million ago, 200 million ago. No, they didn't know. Crazy. Well, this is what they believe. We don't believe on that, Baruch Hashem. We know that all the dinosaurs, all the big animals, they die in the deluge, they die in the water, when Hashem destroyed the world with the water. That's it. But what amazed me the most is when you see these two animals, how they came from Australia.
Yeah, too.
How? That means that Hashem used angels to bring them. Hashem used angels to bring all the kind, butterfly, everything, ants, everything. I mean, and Noah and his children, and the wives, they took care of them for 1 year. But what amazed me is when you see them, I like to imagine, I imagine they're walking 2 by 2, They arrive to the gates of the Teva. Noah is there, and he let them go and give them a room where to sit. And inside the Teva, usually the spider, if he see a mosquito, he will eat it. Yes or no? But he didn't eat because he knows there is only two of that kind. Can you imagine Hashem? I mean, you cannot imagine. באמת, I don't understand. So probably Noah, he took with him some mosquitoes, dead mosquitoes, to give to the spiders each day one to eat it. I mean, I don't know. So you see, Hashem is very clever. Look what he did, Hashem, with the Teva, with the Noah, with the deluge, how Hashem protected Noah and his family, that no one can hurt him. But I don't understand why it took 6 days to Hashem to create the world. Why 6 days? My friend, my reason is, for Hashem, has no problem, Hashem. Hashem is the dominant, he's the boss, the big boss. Hashem, for him, no problem. But Hashem, he wanted to create the world, to give it to the man. And the man, he should learn from Hashem a lot of things. Learn from Hashem how to create, how to behave. Because we need somebody to teach us. You understand me? I mean, how can Adam, from who is going to be his teacher, to teach him how to be a mensch? Who? So Hashem is the teacher. Till Hashem gives the Torah to teach you how to be. So Hashem at the beginning was a teacher. So Hashem, he teaches us a few things. He teaches us that when you want to do something, you have to do it nicely, not to rush. Take time. You cannot do, you know, as a businessman, you are a businessman. Each business that you see, you want to do it. But you cannot do everything. You cannot do everything. But the ambition is big. I want to do, but it's impossible. You want to do on 24 hours what people can do on 1 year. It's impossible. What you want to do, it takes you 1 year. For Hashem, 1 second. But for you, it's impossible. That's why Hashem took time to create the world, to teach you. Don't be Michigan. Don't be mad. Don't be crazy to think I want everything. Tafasta mu'ad tafasta. Tafasta me'rubel tafasta. Better to take few things and do them well than doing a lot of things and then you will not do them. I know a lot of people, they want to do a lot of companies. And at the end, they fail. They lost everything. Because it's impossible. You know, the Gemara said that the Malachim, the angels, they cannot do 2 things at one time. When Hashem gives them a message to do, He gives them only one, not 2. Why not 2? Because Hashem wants to teach us better to do 1 and good than doing do 2 and you don't know how you want to finish quick them and maybe you will not do them well. Do 1 thing and do it well. And that's what Hashem wants to teach us. And that's what Hashem took time, 6 days. And He wants to teach us how to behave. Look what I did the first day. No, just imagine, you build a house. Now you want to bring furniture. You build a house. To build a house, you need you need what?
You need material.
You need what else? Then you need furniture. Yes. You need to decorate it, paint it. Do you imagine? I called the builder, I wanted to build a house. Yes. And the same day he brings me the furniture, he brings the water, he brings the electricity, he brings the stones. Hey, what's going on here? It's impossible. First, you have to dig, you have to do foundations, and then start building, and then painting, then furniture, and then you choose. Hashem, he can do he can do the first option, because Hashem, he can everything. In 1 second, the house is built, everything he built, and the furniture already inside. But for a man, it's impossible. So that's why Hashem wanted to teach us how to live. How to live. And Hashem was the example. Now, when Hashem he created the world, what he did Hashem? The Hashem needed Shabbat. After 6 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Hashem created Adam on 6th day, and that's it. Why we need 1 day off? Shabbat, you have to rest. Well, here, that was fabulous from Hashem. Hashem, he knows the capacity of a man. A man, he has a brain. A man, as well, he has no limit of working. He needs 24 hours. He needs to rest. But that rest, not just a rest of physical rest. He needs a rest of mind. And he needs to connect himself to the big teacher that he is Hashem. To learn from Hashem, bitachon, emunah of Hashem. Hashem will tell you, hey, you believe me? You believe that it will build the world, create the world. So, believe me, I created the world for you. It's yours. But you cannot provide water. It's me. That means you depend on me. That means that, look, even that Hashem created the world, and Hashem give you the world in your hand, but don't forget, he is the boss. You still depend on him, like the animals. When the animals have a little pot, the babies, that depend on the mother. You know, when they're born, that small lion, when he's born, he's blind. You don't see. He depends on his mother. If his mother don't feed him, don't give him food, take care of him, to watch him, he died the same day. So Hashem wants to remind you, hey, I created the world. Learn from me. Don't rush. Don't have the ability to have everything. Go slowly by slowly. That's why Hashem created the world day by day. And he made a big order. Order. To be an order. You know how when people, if they are crazy or normal, if I see if they're in order, I see how I'm sorry to tell you, how much the Gemara said that a woman can be happy in the house if she has a nice house, everything is in order. She's happy. I mean, you, the balabait, you, the husband, you come home, you see your house in order, you see everything like a new house, you're happy. Yeah. But imagine, you leave in the morning the house, you leave the house in a big mess, and you come back in the evening, you see the house twice mess as it was. It's terrible. Rubbish here, you get crazy. You understand? You see, you don't find your shirt. You want your shirt. There is nobody take your clothes to the cleaner. I mean, you become crazy. You are not happy. Order. Hashem wants to teach us order. This is what the rabbi said. Hashem created. Look, Hashem created everything in the same day. One day. Then she started to put order. This, I put it here. This for this. This for this. We learn a lot from Hashem. Hashem is the teacher. After Hashem, he created Adam. Hashem wanted to test Adam if he is clever or not. So he bring him all the animals, 2 by 2,
yeah.
to give them names. Male and female, bam, bam, bam. I mean, give them names. And then she will say to Adam, what about you? What's my name? And Adam said, you are the boss. Adam, Adon. What about you? What's your name? Me, Adam, because I was created from the... So that way, Adam Arishon was so clever that he knew exactly each animal, each thing that he gave the name. He knew what he was doing. So he said to Hashem, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. I'm alone. I need a company. I need somebody to talk to. I'm the only one who talk. I'm the only one who think. I'm the only one who look at you, you see. But I need somebody like me. Now the question, Hashem created Chava as well. And she was behind him. Yes or no? Did Adam know that Chava was behind him or not? Because Hashem, after he separated them, I think that Adam knew. But Adam, he said, thank you for the company, but that company, I don't see it. So the question, I have a question. Why Hashem, he did not create them, both of them? Why Hashem had to create Chava on Adam, stick together, and then he had to separate them? Why? You know why? You know why or not? Because Hashem wanted to teach Adam that it's the man who searches for the woman. It's not the woman who searches for a man. It's the man who has to search for the woman. And he should search somebody like him. Like him. These people want to get married for money. These people want to get married for beauty. These people want to get married for a reason, for a reason. Not for a reason of purity, goodness. You look for a woman, look for the best. Look for the quality. Look for she'll be gentle. Not only her eyes. I was one day in one wedding. I was shocked. It was me who was supposing to marry the couple. And I saw that the Kala, the woman, she was looking around. I mean, in that moment, she should focus on the rabbi. But she was turning around. And the future husband, he did not understand, so he started to look. And then he saw something. And then she saw that he saw something. Her ex-boyfriend was there. And she was looking to see if he was there. And the future husband, you know him, he saw, and he ran away from the wedding. Yeah, there was no wedding. Understand? I mean, you get married to somebody, you have to know, you must be sure this is the person. You cannot look around after. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. You can't understand this. Hashem, he created the woman. She will stick to the man so that the man will ask for it. Hashem, what about me? Yes, Hashem, thank you very much. She's behind me. But how can we live together? How can we talk? How can I see her face? How she look like? There was no mirror at that time. Understand? So that Hashem will say, now you ask for a woman, so I give you the best. I give you the best of the best. So you see, we learn. And the Gemara said that Hashem, he built a chuppah, and Adam was under the chuppah, and the Malachim bring Chava to Adam. So here, Rabbi Chaim Bitzantz, he said, how Adam married Chava? there were no witnesses. How can you marry somebody with no witnesses? When you get married, there is witness. Who was the witness? Who was the witness? So he gave an answer. So I said, of course, it's a beautiful question. I said, well, at that moment, there was no witness. The only witness was Hashem. Because it's Hashem who created both of them. You understand? Hashem, and beside this, there was nobody who can look at Chava. There was no woman to see Adam. So you don't need witness for there was nobody. I mean, there is not jealousy. Today there is jealousy. Today, when Adam married Chava, he had only one woman in his life, Chava. And Chava, she had only one man in her life, Adam. So you did not need any witness to witness who's gonna. So the question is, Cain, Hevel, how they got married? Abraham Avinu, how he get married? Who was the witness of Abraham Avinu? Who was the witness for it? The Avot HaKadoshim and the Shvatim. There was no witness for the marriage. What about Yosef? When he married Osnat in Egypt, who was the witness? There was, at that time, yes, Yosef Atzadik, he married Osnat in Egypt. So who was the witness? No witness. You see, to Hashem, he wanted, when Hashem created the Judaism, Hashem was the witness. And the Torah said, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listen to this, the Torah said, when the Jewish people actually told them, count the Jews. So they started counting them, and every time, each family there is Yud, K. In each family there is the name of Hashem. So the Gemara said, why there is the name of Hashem of each family? And the Gemara answered, because people don't understand how the Jewish people, they were not assimilated to Egyptian. Maybe most of the Jewish people, they are bastards. Wow. Yeah, because they've been for 400 years in Egypt. It's impossible that the Egyptians didn't go with them. So Hashem said, I'm the witness. Yud-K, that family was not assimilated. You understand? So this is for Adam. So you see, from the parasha we learn a lot of things. Now we understand. Hashem don't need a day of rest, but Hashem he needs for us so that we can rest. Like the Ben Ish Chai said, you work all week. When can you have time to study Torah? Shabbat. And Shabbat is Me'ed Olam Haba. Shabbat reminds you of Gan Eden. You understand? You live Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you don't feel what you don't feel on Shabbat. So she will give you a present. Shabbat. Because Hashem knows that it's a big sacrifice not to work on Shabbat. I mean, a man would like to work, he wants to work on Shabbat too. But Hashem will say, okay, believe me, what you will make as money on Shabbat, you will lose it. There is no bracha on it. Work on Sunday, Monday, you have 6 days a week. There will be bracha. So we need to have emunah and bitachon. We don't just need, yes, there is Hashem. People say, oh, I believe in Hashem. Okay, but do you believe in Hashem? Do you believe that He can provide you everything? So the test is Shabbat. Hashem doesn't need you to believe on Him. Hashem needs that you rely on Him, you count on Him. So this is the two parachutes, Bereshit and Noah. For me, those parachutes are spectacular at the best. Especially how Hashem, the Torah, teach us how They came, the animals from all over the world, 2 by 2. One didn't hurt the other. Hashem was protecting everything. I finish. There is a pasuk who said, Yahel Israel el Adonai, ki im Adonai hesed, ve'rabeinu bidut. Yahel. That means that Hashem should rely on Hashem. Don't believe on nobody. Hashem is the only one who can help you. Yahel Israel el Adonai. Rely, count on Hashem. Ki im Adonai hesed. Because Hashem, He can do with you hesed. Ve'rabeinu bidut. And He can deliver you from any problem that you have. Yahel Israel el Adonai. Who yivde. If you rely on Him, He will give you liberty. Because a lot of times you think, I did a lot of averot. Hashem is not with me. How can Hashem come? How can Hashem can help me? I did a lot of bad things. Look, if Hashem is sick, that you rely on Him, He will forgive you. He will forgive you your sin. And He will deliver you. The Sarah is very strong. He tell you, hey, God, you're finished. You're finished. There is nothing you can be done. No. Because you did that, you did that, you did that, you did that, you did that. Hey, Akiva, don't forget, Hashem is with you. And He will forgive everything. But the word Yahel, Yud Het Lamed.
Yeah.
If you count there, it's 48. Yud 10, Het 8, Lamed 30. 48. What it is for the 48? 48 Moah. Moah is the brain. Use your brain. Don't let your brain in the hand of the Yitzhara. The Yitzhara will tell you, hey, you crazy man. Hashem will not forgive you. No. Use your brain. Hashem, He created you. Hashem created you. He will not let you down. Yahel is the number 48. 48 is the 48 qualities. To reach the Torah, you must have 48 qualities. Good qualities. Don't be angry, don't be jealous. Yahel Israel Adonai. You want to connect yourself to Hashem? Be a good man. Be a good person. Be a bad tzedakah. Hesed. Don't be jealous. Don't be angry. Don't envy. Don't steal. These 48 qualities. Yahel Israel Adonai. You have this. This is your connection to Hashem. And Hashem will help you. He will deliver you. He will give you everything. So my friend, Shabbat. Shabbat is the best day that we can build ourselves for the whole week. And that's why we give us Shabbat.